Last week, while you were out, we talked about the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Did you hear a little bit about that? The drag queen nuns, the anti-Catholic group. So they're going to be honored. They're going to receive a Community Hero Award at the Dodgers game.
For what?
Pride. Community Hero Award. What?
Did they save somebody from a fire?
What did you say?
Bigot.
What did you mute his mic?
Yeah.
Security.
Yeah.
Security.
Sorry, David. I didn't mean for him to oppress you out here.
Yeah, I don't know what you're over here talking about. For being heroes.
They're beautiful butterflies flying against the wind.
And they're brave. Try it again.
They're brave heroes.
See what happens. All right, now I'm just giving you a little taste of what Clayton Kershaw is about to go through, because Clayton finally spoke out. We were wondering, there's so many Catholic players in Major League Baseball and with the Dodgers, manager Dave Roberts. None of these guys have said anything. Clayton Kershaw, the ace, finally said, I don't agree with making fun of other people's religions. It has nothing to do with anything other than that. I just don't think no matter what religion you are, you should make fun of someone else's religion. So that's something that I definitely don't agree with.
Yeah, it's great to see guys finally starting to speak out. But, one thing I've noticed, once you get past like the LGB and you get into the rest of it, then the problems start. And it seems like once you get to the T.
The TQ,
The TQ, once it starts, it just goes off the rails.
The Dave Chappelle bit?
You talking about when they're riding in the car together?
Yeah,
That's a hilarious bit.
Yeah.
But no, like that does seem to be, though, the biggest problem. Because here's what it's about now. It's not about acceptance. Okay, let's call a spade a spade. It's America in 2023. You can be gay, you can be whatever, you can dress up however. Nobody's being oppressed. Nobody's having rights taken away. What Clayton Kershaw is saying is, so we're going to bring people in that are making fun of a religion. Now, there's only one religion you can make fun of and get away with it nowadays, right? It's Christianity. If you did this, if they made fun of any other religion, they'd be called every phobic, phobia, whatever in the world. But see, this isn't about acceptance anymore. This is about power. So it's a small group. And most people in this community, they just want to live their life, man. This isn't everybody. I'm not going to paint a broad brush with lesbian, gay, bi, whatever. This is a small group of people that are not oppressed. It's a dog whistle. They act like they're oppressed. They're not oppressed. They're the most coddled group in the world. They can do anything. They can make fun of Christianity and get away with it. They make fun of Catholics and get away with it. There's no repercussions to these people. So it's a power grab. Just like we see, in some of the racist things that you see nowadays. It's a power grab. And I will continue to say that people like this group, the Sisterhood of Traveling Perpetual Pants or whatever it is, they realize that they can police speech. There's no repercussions for their actions. And so they're trying to take advantage of it. Because what's more powerful, what exerts more power than saying, I can dictate what you can say? And the people that are actually the most oppressed are Christians nowadays. Because they can be a punching bag for people like the Sisterhood of Traveling Indulgence Pants.
It does seem to be that way.
And what I find that the most ironic in this is that it is a cry for so-called acceptance. And if you don't like it, then you're a hater. But they can hate. They can hate because guess what? If you're a certain orientation, you can do whatever you want. It's like South Park said, or Family Guy said, you believe this, so you can do whatever you want. And now guys are starting to push back, and I know we're going to get to Anthony Bass, but here's my thing. I don't want Pride Night at the park. I don't want Sisterhood of Community Heroes, What's in My Pants, Let's All Look at It award, whatever it is. I don't want Religion Night at the park. You know what I want? Ballpark Night at the ballpark. Or you know what? Bark in the park.
Lizzie.
Bring your dog. Or how about Veterans Day at the park? I think we can all agree to support our troops
You
and do
say
things
that,
like
you think
that.
we can all agree, but that's the problem. That creates the slippery slope, which that's why we had Spencer Clavin on last week, because he had a great statement, which was, do not retreat into neutrality. It is more morally good and more in line with the fabric of this country to be able to have like the real Catholic nuns at the ballpark, or to have, like you're saying, bark at the park, than it is to have the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Look, guys, we know, all right, it's spring, going into summer, people are going outside. And if your skin, everybody doesn't tan the same, right? Some people just burn. Like my beautiful wife just burns. Like the sun it's like Howie from Benchwarmers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
from the sun.
But we just tan. We really don't burn. But our friends over at Genucel All right, their dark spot corrector. I'm telling you, if you're somebody that has kind of a problem, loves going outside, but has a problem with the sun, you need to check this out. They also have upgraded their most popular package to feature their top-selling deep firming vitamin C serum plus ultra retinol moisturizer with a natural retinol alternative. And right now you can take advantage of this limited time package upgrade for 70% off. It's basically free.
Wow.
Nobody's offering 70% off of anything anymore. This is basically like stealing. So why waste time and money to go get work done on your face when you can get Genucel skincare shipped right to your door? Robert in Blessing, Texas talked about he got it for his girlfriend. She saw the results super fast. Her skin is noticeably softer and smoother, which is a win for both parties. Shout out Robert. Their secret is the family recipe. It's over 20 years, all right? Makes it safe for all skin types. Perfect for both men and women. That's a very important point. And made by a compounding pharmacist in small batches and always safe, cruelty-free, and natural. Just the way we like it. So go to genucel.com/booster. That's GENUCEL.com/booster and try Genucel's most popular package for 70% off, featuring the Ultra Retinol and Firming Serum. Get a complimentary Spa Essentials box with every package order, plus free upgrade to priority shipping. That's genucel.com/booster. Genucel.com. Face your face without fear. Genucel.com/booster. I feel like if I'm going to sit here and say, hey, let's keep the ballpark about the ballpark. Like, I feel like that should go for everyone. That's not saying that
it's fair.
if
That's
you're
fair.
Christian, you can't come, or you're Catholic, you can't, or we're going to celebrate. Sports is one of the last havens where we can all come together, regardless of what religion you are, sexual orientation, at least it was, and we can all say, you know what, we're going to go watch the game. My team scores. I don't care if you're Dylan Mulvaney or you drink Bud Light. We're going to high five and get excited because it's our team and it brings us together. But now sports is being used and assaulted to push narratives by small radicalized groups of people that are trying to seize power. That's just what it's become, and it's sad, and it needs to stop.
So, Blaine, the question there is, will Clayton Kershaw backtrack? And before you answer, we have to talk about the Anthony Bass situation here with the pitcher for the Blue Jays, because he basically came out and was talking about boycotting Target this past week, essentially saying, here's the reason biblically why I believe Christians ought to be boycotting Target with all of their new transgender clothing lines that they're supporting or whatever. And he said Bud Light as well, and any other corporation that is pushing the things that they're pushing. Well, he came out yesterday after saying those things, and basically, this is a real-life hostage video.
Yeah.
It feels like. Can we watch this?
I recognized yesterday, I made a post that was hurtful to the Pride community, which includes friends of mine and close family members of mine, and I am truly sorry for that. I just spoke with my teammates and shared with them my actions yesterday. I apologized with them. And as of right now, I'm using the Blue Jays resources to better educate myself, to make better decisions moving forward. The ballpark is for everybody. We include all fans at the ballpark, and we want to welcome everybody. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Is that going to be Kershaw?
No, it's not. Clayton won't do that. Clayton's a different breed. But Clayton's a Georgia boy. That ain't going to happen. Him, you can tell somebody is like, here, read this. Like, you're going to go on this camera and read this. One, you don't know what they have on these guys. Like when it comes to money or contracts. That's why we see a lot of women not come out and go against men in their sport, right? It's about sponsorship. It's about money. So I'm not surprised. Is it cowardly? For sure. Is it spineless? Yes. But I'm not surprised by this. We're seeing this everywhere now. I mean, everyone should be allowed to go watch a baseball game. All right, that's what, like, you should go watch baseball. That's why you're there. Well, it shouldn't be matter about who you are, or what you do, or who you sleep with at night. But Anthony Bass, real quick to backtrack, but I can tell you this about Clayton Kershaw. If you ever watch Clayton Kershaw throughout his career and see Clayton Kershaw do interviews, Clayton's not going to come out here and backtrack anything at all. Clayton sticks with what he says. No one that crazy on the mound is going to come out here and backtrack anything. Am I surprised for this from Anthony Bass? No, I'm not, but I guarantee 100% Clayton's not going to come out here and backtrack a word.
No, yeah, look, Clayton's made his money too. Like Clayton's in a different spot. But I want to say this. To me, if you're Anthony Bass, how can you ever look at your kids and say, stand up for what you believe in?
We just talked about contracts, right?
Yeah.
You're on a contract.
Yeah.
Like if you can't go out there and stand behind your beliefs, even when you're on a Major League Baseball contract and you've been playing the game, he's 35 years old. Like you can't come out and just stand up for your convictions after that.
Well, it's again, like it's cowardly. It's cowardly to me. I mean, I just got back from Normandy where, I watched, went and walked around a cemetery full of American bodies that went over there to stop a guy that was trying to go take over the world. So, and kill off religions and make people have to do and say the things that he wanted and believed that they wanted. All right. It's so sad that men in America, I know this is in Toronto, but that there's men like this that have no intestinal fortitude. And I'm not saying the Blue Jays or the Nazi regime, but it was going over there to stop being able to be held hostage by what you believe. This is a country that if you have values, you should be able to believe them and espouse them. He didn't say anything crazy. He did what most people are doing. Mm-hmm. There's a reason Target's lost $10 billion. There's a reason Bud Lights can't give away free beer to homeless people right now if they wanted to. I mean, watching that, it just makes you sick. What did we do all this for? If you're just going to be held hostage like a punk. This dude's a punk, and he should be ashamed of himself. The Blue Jays organization, they're a joke. Canada's a joke, in my opinion, but
even Clayton Kershaw's statement to me is the bare minimum. I mean, we're only talking about it because no one else came out and said anything. But with what Clayton said, it's just really sort of the bare minimum statement of what we should be talking about when you have an anti-Catholic hate group coming to the ballpark to receive a community service award.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point now, but I do think you are seeing people start to push back because at some point, enough is enough. And a line starts to get crossed, and you're seeing it now with people in some of these companies. It's starting to turn because it's gotten so ridiculous. You can only fool people for so long, in my opinion, I think. And I think most and a majority of Americans deep down understand when they're starting to get persecuted by radicalized people. And there's radicalized people on every side of the aisle and every sexual orientation. But right now, it is the TQ plus, I'm going to dress up like a sheep for the rest of my life, and a 9-year-old that are taking over and holding people. That was a hostage video. That was the best way to put that. That was a hostage video. I can get my ass out of Canada quicker because you want to talk about
jail.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild. Hey YouTube, appreciate you guys checking us out. If you don't know, we do a live show each weekday morning from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern. That's 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Central. Come check us out. We have a live chat. We do live call-ins on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We have great guests, and we cover every sport. And also, it'll kind of remind you of the way you used to watch sports shows when you were growing up. Not this crazy wacko stuff that you get now. So make sure you subscribe.